look, I spoke to you guys in the week, and I said that, you know, they're a really good footballing team, which they are. They stretch you out, they get extra bodies in the middle of the park, and we defended the box really well for long periods of the game. You know, they had a couple of chances, but that was about all, you know, and but we looked dangerous on the break. Another, you know, Bongi's goal was fantastic, the build-up play. I just thought there was a lot of good stuff, and cup football, you have to win. You know, it's one of them, you leave it all out there, and we've done it again. You know, I have to say, I didn't think it was a corner for their, you know, Sony's second yellow and the penalty. And then 2 seconds later, he gives them another corner that came off the post. So, but overall, just so pleased that we threw and we're in the next round, because we've beaten a really good team, well coached, well organised. And it doesn't surprise me that they're doing quite well.
Adrian, you understood that given Toluca's offense that you'd have to defend for a while. Did you feel like it was good enough? It looked like some issues kind of clearing the ball.
No, I thought, well, the second goal, we had 3 opportunities to clear the ball. 3. You know, and nobody wants to play football more than I do. But when you're under pressure and you don't know what you're going to do, put your foot through it, and we'll discuss it later. You know, we had 3 opportunities to clear the ball, and we didn't. But hey, you know, I'll look back at it again. I know that they had periods of the game, because they're good the way they play. You know, they're all comfortable on the ball. Their lads at the back, and that 2 wide guys come in, and suddenly you've got 3 and 4 in there, and they can all handle the ball. So, you know, we didn't. I'm trying to think in the first half, did they have many clear-cut chances? I don't think they did.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, off his chest, near post run.
Mm-hmm.
But for the amount of possession they had, that's pretty good from our point of view. But I knew that we would get opportunities on the break. I knew that. You know, we studied them. We watched all the games they played, not only here, but the games down in Mexico. And with the ball, they're really, really good. Without the ball, I feel that it's certainly in them transition moments you can get after them. And we did that very, very well in the first half.
Adrian, what do you think about the performance of Dean Sinclair in the last penalty shootouts?
Well, it's, you know, obviously it's 0 to 0, isn't it? Goalkeepers in penalty shootouts, you know. He's come up big again when we've needed him. You know, he's a big kid, you know. And I said to him again before the game, I said, you know, make them beat you. Make them score the penalties. Don't dive early. Don't be trying to be too clever. Save the bad penalty, you know, and he's done that. And he's... But I'm pleased for him, because it's, you know, we had a penalty shootout, was it last year, and he got a bit of stick for not saving, but like he did, went the wrong way for 4 or 5 of them. So, you know, now he had a big night, did everything we expect of him.
Speaking of that Dallas shootout, Will had his penalty stop, so some redemption for him, and also for Song Bin for PK that he missed.
Yeah,
I had saved earlier this year too.
Well, as I said to the guys, I said, listen, you know, you've heard me say it before. I'm not one of them and telling players who've got to score. I think there's two or three players for us who are probably non-negotiable. We always know will take a penalty if they're on the field. The rest, you know, there's so much that goes on in 90 minutes of football. You know, you might have had a bad night, you might have cramp, you might be carrying a knock, you know, just to force people to take penalties when they maybe don't want one. I don't see the point, you know. So I knew Boxy would take one. I knew Joseph Rosales would take one. Sang's, you know, been taking him in training, and he's looked really, really comfortable. So I was pleased for him. I'll do his confidence no end of good as well.
What does it mean for this club now to play the opponent you're playing on Saturday?
Well, it does, you know. Obviously, we obviously all wanted to be at home. So, you know, we'll go and do it again. We've been to, you know, our away record, there's only one team got more points on the road than us this year. So if we have to go and do it again, let's go and do it again. And we'll certainly go there. We've won there in the past. It's a great environment to play in. We know it's going to be difficult. They've got really good players, certainly in forward areas. So hey, let's go and spoil the party again.
What was your thought when you see their goalie prepared to kick that penalty?
Well, I know if my father was alive, he'd be asking me why there's a goalkeeper taking it when you're on the field. Well, that's a little bit different. Everybody takes them, you know, especially, I think it's more of a South American thing, Central American thing, where goalkeepers take a lot of, you know, I remember Chilivert, he used to take penalties and free kicks, you know, so little bit different, but no, he's obviously got a good record, and the rest of the group are really comfortable with him taking him.
What can you say just about what Ray was able to do in the first half? The assist, the back heel,
yeah, he's playing really, really well. And then I think we saw where Bongi's come from to what he is now, the composure. We spoke about it last year, and I remember sitting here on numerous occasions saying Bongi's had 3 or 4 chances, and we've got to get him to relax, and we've got to get him to actually, compose himself a little bit more. And that was a perfect example of it. He, could have rushed it, but he didn't. He took his time, checked the keeper, and then put it in. So, as I say, I thought some of our attacking play in the first half was first rate.
Did you get a chance to see the penalty?
No, I've not seen it. But it's not a corner. It's not a corner that leads to the Sony getting sent off.
Any more for Adrian?
How's your blood pressure?
Yeah, I'm on them beta blockers, I think, at the minute. Just keeps everything, the blood pressure down and everything. So, no, but I think it's been a great night for the tournament again. I know there's been penalties all around, and I imagine the atmosphere has been the same as it has here. So, I actually think the competition's here to stay, and I think it'll just get bigger and bigger as it grows. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
¿Qué tal? Buenas noches a todos. Gracias por acompañarnos y conectarse a través de Zoom. Con nosotros está el profesor Ignacio AMBRIZ. Por favor, empezamos con la primera pregunta.
Abraham, buenas noches.
Únicamente preguntarle, sus percepciones del juego y qué tan duro es este golpe considerando, se queda eliminado siendo superior al rival.
Nada más es presencial. Mira, creo que no le tengo que reprochar nada a los jugadores. Hicimos un gran esfuerzo, levantarnos de un 0 que parecía complicado. Creo que en la segunda parte nos paramos mejor, dominamos casi todo el partido. Pero al final no se trata de dominar o de tener la posesión, se trata de ganar. Creo que después del segundo gol nos desesperamos un poco porque no finalizamos bien, no tuvimos la paciencia de menear la pelota de un lado a otro y poder penetrar a su defensa. Y como digo, luego los penales son volados, ¿no? Hoy nos toca perder de esta manera, como les ha tocado perder a varios equipos mexicanos. Y qué más te puedo decir, simplemente con sabor amargo, con sabor de que no pudimos estar en la otra ronda, que veníamos a eso. Y hoy acabo de hablar con ellos, que no es fácil, pero orgulloso, la verdad, de que salieron a defender el estilo que nosotros tenemos de proponer, de atacar. Y después, hay descuidos que cuestan, pero después de ahí, la va contento con el gran esfuerzo que ha hecho el equipo.
Por aquí, Nacho, Adrián Esparzoteo de TUDN. Muy bien, gracias, Nacho. ¿Qué lección deja este torneo para Toluca, para los equipos mexicanos? Acaba de quedar también eliminado América en penales. ¿Qué lección deja esto para el fútbol mexicano, Nacho?
Pues simplemente creo que cada equipo lo tenemos que tomar como corresponde. Nosotros le dimos mucha seriedad, la verdad, veníamos en una buena racha, haciendo muchos goles. Hoy no se nos dio enfrente un adversario que también hace su trabajo, encontró los goles también un poco tempraneros, que eso nos mermó un poco, pero después la reacción del equipo que tiene, y en los primeros minutos tenemos nosotros más posibilidades de hacer un gol, no lo hacemos. Pero de lo demás es sacar pretextos. Yo creo que todo sirve, de todo se aprende, de todo cuando pierdes, pues es lamentable porque no le das alegría a tu afición, no le das alegría al club. Y después, las críticas van a ser normales de que el fútbol mexicano vamos para atrás, vamos en retroceso, pero yo la verdad que estoy tranquilo de que mi equipo hoy me demostró que sabe jugar bien al fútbol. Hoy, lastimosamente, si cuento las llegadas, son bastantes, pero no metimos y eso en penales nos toca quedar fuera.
Continuamos con las preguntas vía Zoom. Karen Peña de ESPN, por favor.
Muchísimas gracias. Hola, profesor. Buenas noches. Te saludé
Hola,
a Karen
buenas
Peña
noches.
de ESPN. Profe, preguntarte en esta parte, ¿tú qué le pudieras modificar al formato de la leaguescup para la próxima edición? ¿Crees que también ha sido con más ventaja, o sea, ha cargado un poco más hacia los equipos de la MLS que hacia los mexicanos?
Karen, si hablamos de qué le modificas o qué le puedes hacer, sonaría quejarte, ¿no? Sabíamos que el formato estaba así. Yo la verdad, ¿qué te puedo decir? ¿Qué mejoraría? Bueno, la gente que de pantalón largo sabrá qué tiene que mejorar. Por ahí se ha hablado muchas cosas, muchas críticas, pero yo sabía cómo estaba programado esto, preparé al equipo para venir a hacer buenos partidos, también nos iba a servir mucho para tomar ritmo que no habíamos hecho mucho fútbol en la pretemporada. Hoy el equipo tiene una buena dinámica, me gusta cómo juega el fútbol, pero de lo demás, Karen, digo, es lo que tú digas puede sonar a pretextos y a mí los pretextos no me gustan. Simplemente hoy no pudimos ganar en los 90, 95, hasta 100 minutos que dan y luego en penales no fuimos certeros.
Continuamos con Sergio Venegas de Deportes, por favor.
Gracias, buenas noches. Sergio Venegas para Deportes.com. Profesor, los saludo con gusto, quizá no en las mejores circunstancias. Hoy el Toluca mostró mucho carácter, pero algo le faltó. ¿Qué es lo que piensa usted que debió cambiar en el transcurso del partido para que pudieran estar en la siguiente fase? Y le deseo éxito ya en la Liga MX, profesor. Gracias.
Sergio, buenas noches. Mira, que siento, no sé cómo lo hayas visto tú, pero después del segundo gol que empatamos, nos faltó más calma con la pelota, cuando siempre le pido al equipo que la mueva de un lado a otro, que el desgaste cuando tú llevas un equipo a un lado, luego va al otro, se van mermando y después puedes jugar por dentro. Yo creo que ahí nos desesperamos un poco porque hoy tiramos más centros de lo normal, que no somos un equipo que tire muchos centros, sino a través de paredes. Y yo creo que sería eso el que puedo medio no quedar conforme después del esfuerzo que hace, después de se vuelve a apoderar de la pelota, de que construye el equipo y después no te alcanza porque por ahí, si vas conmigo, hay un poste, dos buenas atajadas del portero, nos tardamos un poquito en el remate o un centro atrás para los de segunda línea no se nos dio, pero de ahí en fuera, digo, la verdad que contento de la respuesta que tiene el equipo, el carácter que tiene el equipo y que ahora vamos a México a luchar mucho porque el equipo necesita y pretende, y te lo puedo hacer, los jugadores están conscientes de que tenemos que luchar primero para calificar y después hacer una gran liguilla.
Profesor, muchas gracias por su tiempo.
Gracias, hasta luego.